day in the event that got LifeVantage into you. And they might be the same, but they might be different. It's always interesting to ask that question. So welcome to the call. Tell everybody who you are and how you found LifeVantage.
Thank you so much, first of all, for having me. I just adore you. I appreciate you. You speak to my soul. Oh my goodness, everything you said this morning. I'm just like, singing over here, but I need to stick to network marketing also, for sure. Okay, so I had heard when I very first was taking a look at network marketing, which is probably about 13 years ago, I had heard the word residual income. I didn't fully understand what it meant, but I was like, tell me more. I can do work one time and continue to get paid. So I hopped into a company, was there for 4 years, did everything I was told to do. I was doing 2 whole meetings a night with a 3-year-old on my lap, literally. This is where I met Greg Deeker, Pro 9 out of Colorado. And when we both decided to lay that business to rest, only because there was no money being made, I told him we were both looking for some type of network marketing opportunity. So I was the weird one with my hand up, like, please invite me to network marketing opportunities. I want to take a look. So Greg came to me February 2010. Like Carrie said, I did not understand the video at all. I didn't understand anything. He sounded like Charlie Brown, talking all this medical jargon. And oh my gosh. And I was like, what? Did you become a scientist overnight? Like, what is going on here? And I happened to be doing garage sales at the time to pay my bills. That he didn't know. He didn't know that, I don't know if he knew I was a single mom, but he definitely didn't know I was doing garage sales to pay my bills. That was way too embarrassing to tell anybody. He didn't know my house was in foreclosure for the second time. He didn't know that my water was getting shut off, my electricity was getting shut off. He did not know any of this. But he still, like, talked to me anyway. He still shared the information with me anyway. And it took me 3 months to say yes, and let's talk about that for just a quick second. I had a severe nervous breakdown February of 2009, February 10th, 2009, which put me completely flat on my back, couldn't open the front door, definitely didn't leave the house. It's a little bit like more of a deeper story, but that'll give you an idea. From there, I got fired on a Saturday through FedEx from my job while on disability. And it was Presley's birthday, my daughter's birthday that day. And hence, that's where the garage sales were born. I never lived this. I never lived the garage sale life prior to that. My parents did a fabulous job of raising me. But I knew that I needed to do something different. And I knew that I wasn't a scientist. I knew that I wasn't a researcher and that I should take people's advice for what we had. And I also knew the patent meant nobody could get what we had. And I knew, like, one of the original rules of network marketing is find something consumable and find something that nobody else can offer people except for your distribution channel. And so I said yes, May 7th, 2010. That's the day that I got in LifeVantage, and that is the day LifeVantage got into me. Same day, May 7th, 2010. And it was the first time I took a Pro Tandem, because that's what we had. That's all we had to take. But that was the first day I took Pro Tandem, and instantly started sharing with people with no testimonial, with no anything other than a burning desire to change my situation for myself and Presley and other families also.
I love that. Amber, I was the same. I got in, LifeVantage got into me the day that I got into LifeVantage because you told me that they were going to give me an iPad if I brought in 5 people.
Yes.
So I was like, dang it. I told them I got in July 19th, and I said, I'm doing nothing till August 1st, so leave me alone, because I had planned on never doing that again. And when he told me that they were going to give me an iPad to put 5 people in, but I had to do it by the end of the month, that was it. I mean, it was the same day. So what I want everyone to know about that, Amber, is that, 16% of the people say, yes, right now. Yes, I'm in, sign me up. 16% of the people say, no, never. That's 32%. So 16 say numbers. That's just the way it is. People need to see you being in for a while. They need to see some success. They need to see that you're committed. They need to see more stuff. Most people, 68% of the people say no, not now. So if you are somebody that has to have that yes, like Carrie Dickey and Amber Swanson, that say, heck yeah, and we get in and it gets into us right away, then you're not, like I said, you're not going to have a lot of action. So you have to know those are the numbers. A full 68% of people say no, not now, or no, never. And the rest, like only 16% say yes. So Amber, tell us I know that you're doing the business differently today than you did in the beginning. I know you had, success. You got to Pro 7. I know you had some bumps. And I love to do these calls and talk about the bumps because there are people out there that probably listen in and they're like, well, that's just fantastic. I always know that this one's going to get it or that one's going to get it. I know LifeVantage works because I go to Elite Academy and I see people on stage just swinging from the chandeliers and they're all happy, but I'm not getting what I came for or what I think I came for, because I always tell people you may not get exactly what you want with LifeVantage, but you will get what you need. You stick in, you will get what you need. So
yes.
How has it been for you? What have been some of your bumps? Thank you for being so authentic and raw and real about, having a nervous breakdown. That's like a big admission. That's kind of like getting divorced after 27 years. So go ahead, Amber. Excited to hear from you.
Yes. Okay, so after I hit Pro 7, let's talk about this for a second. This is something I never share, so you guys are getting like the candid portion, like ninja here. After I hit Pro 7, I got whooping cough, which put me out for like 3 months. No voice whatsoever, so I couldn't do what I was used to doing. I couldn't talk on the phone with people, and I couldn't share with people because I had no voice, or I was coughing the whole entire time. My daughter's grandmother passed away. Found out she had cancer, and less than 2 weeks later, she passed away. That was pretty devastating in my life. And I booked a trip to Mexico for my best friend and our daughters, and literally came home and just thought that, oh, no big deal. I was in Mexico. I can live this life. I'm big time. I got this life going on, and I got complacent. I got comfortable because, and this is so juicy. When I set my goal at Pro 7 500 times. My goal was Pro 7, Pro 7, Pro 7, Pro 7, Pro 7. Well, I never rearranged the goal. So when I hit that goal, there was no realigning the goal to Pro 8 or Pro 9 or Pro 10. So my inner psyche sat at Pro 7. I never wrote on my mirrors anymore Pro 8. I mean, I'm writing on my mirrors constantly. I have a big whiteboard right here with Portaviarta planes right now. Like, I never realigned myself with the goal. And so without realigning myself with that and thinking, oh, I just arrived, here I am, I'm an elite distributor. Yeah, that old backfires. If you don't literally realign your goal, stay consistent, and not feel and allow yourself to have the I've arrived mentality.
Hey, Amber, what was your journey like to Pro 7? Because a lot of people are like, well, I feel really sorry for you getting stuck at Pro 7. But what was it like to hit Pro 7? Because there are a lot of people out there. I mean, I've been going back and forth with a beautiful gal, Kathy, who says, I've been at 5 for a while, and I just, I'm just so frustrated. And I tell people, I'm just taking this teaching opportunity, I tell people, listen, your business will never be bigger than you are. And if you don't learn the level of frustration that people feel being stuck at 10,000, stuck at 20,000, stuck at Pro 4, stuck at Pro 5, for even months or years, if you don't understand that, what kind of a leader are you going to be? And the truth is, if you want your network marketing to stay cohesive and strong and support you for years and years and decades, then you need to be the kind of leader that has been through the mud. You cannot be a good leader if you haven't been through the mud, stuck in the mud, eating the mud, falling face down in the mud. So what was it like getting to 7? I mean, Was it easy for you? Because sometimes
no,
it's easy to 7 and then it isn't.
It was not even easy to 7, let's be honest. I would say the first 2 weeks, in my opinion, were easy. Like, I was just so jacked out of my mind. I was so excited to be sharing with people. But, you know, we're all human. And so, remember, I was coming out of, I still wasn't even fully out of a nervous breakdown. And so, you would think that a no would break me, or people, you know, getting started and never answering the phone. Like, why did you just gift me $630? That's how much it was at the time. But no, it wasn't. There was times when I hit the wall for sure. And then when I mean hit the wall, like my body could not go anymore. So it was like 5 days in bed. It was generally after the end of the month until I figured out how to not just push my team at the end of the month and really even out the productivity through the month. There was many.
You know what? I want to jump on that really quick. You guys, you have to remember that this is not an end last week of the month business. It really, really isn't. The last week of the month should be the culmination of a month where you work, 5 days at least during the week. So I just wanted to point that out, Amber. I think you're right. Start flogging your team for a rank advancement at the end of the month. If you haven't been really investing, it's like, throwing seeds in the ground and expecting them to sprout overnight to give you tomatoes. It doesn't happen.
Yes. So there was days, there was a good, multiple times, there was a good between 3 to 5 days that I would lay in bed and stare at the ceiling and be like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. I have to quit. There were so many people coming on, and there wasn't a ton of duplication. And let's just face it, that was my own fault. Because of course I thought, if I'm the one doing the meeting and I'm the one, traveling, and I'm the one doing the training and I'm the one doing everything, then everything's going to be perfect and everyone's going to get off to the great start, and all this egotistical mindset that doesn't work. And so once duplication started happening in my team, and you like hug and release your little babies because you're feeling like a super mama bear, that's when stuff was flourishing. But no, it was not an easy ride. I can tell you, I probably cried and wanted to quit 5 times a week. There's so many people out there that will say, I never wanted to quit. This is just so great and wonderful. And I'm like, you are crazy. I wanted to quit more times than I wanted to keep going. Or those people that you were emotionally attached to that told you no. My dad never even took the product for 18 months. And of course that, gets into us. Like, wait, why? What's wrong with me? What, am I not good enough? Why? All those crazy side head talk that we have gets in. And if you let it play games with your head, it will run rampant and like get on that Ferris wheel and just keep taking you around and around and around.
Exactly. Yeah. So Amber, tell us this. You said, Carrie, I'm kind of doing things differently. I'm doing 95% of my business online. I've really made a change. Can you share? There are people on the call that would love to do that, Amber, and they don't know how to do it. And honestly, I'm out there every day and I talk to people everywhere I go, but I'm one of them. I would like to implement more online. And so can you share with us a little bit about what you're doing? If you don't mind. Yeah, I'd be so grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. So as obsessed as I was with residual income, I became obsessed with social media about 3 years ago. And really, I was thinking to myself at the time, I think at the time there was 1.7 billion people on Facebook alone, just that one platform. And I thought, okay, if I can speak to 1.7 billion people rather than just one person at a time, this whole entire business can go so much faster. And I thought, even if you're talking to, let's just say with a live video, even if you're talking to 1,000 people or 500 people or 200 people at one time, that's better than the 1-to-1 ratio. Kind of like taking Protandim, instead of taking direct antioxidants, we're able to do, 1 million per second. And so that correlation really got into my head, and I thought, okay, but how do I do this? I don't want to plaster the name of my company. I never had. I don't want to plaster the name of my product. I knew that I wanted create curiosity instead of raising resistance. So I knew if I posted a picture of me in a bottle of Pro Panda that people are going to be scrolling my feed, it might work. Let's talk about this. It might work maybe the first time you post it, maybe for people that are curious, if what you post above it is good enough copy, meaning that what you wrote is, and in your exact testimonial, strikes somebody, maybe. But for the long haul, we all know that people go to social media to be entertained, to be educated, to be inspired, to check out your family. Like, we don't go to social media to buy, but we like to buy, and we like to create relationships. And being a single mom and saying that we have a work from home business, I wanted to like align that into truth, into we can really do this from home. Like literally we can work from home. We all call it a work from home business, and we're gone 24/7, you know, meeting with one-on-one people, or, you know, 5 people or 10 people in a home meeting. And I just knew I wanted to reach more people. And so I can tell you it's been a long journey of studying social media. It definitely does not happen overnight. And we look at these influencers on social media and we think, why am I not having those results? Remember, they've been doing it so much longer than you have. Same with network marketing. There's some of the biggest things on social media.
Give people a few ideas about how they can get started, Amber. Sometimes people are like, look, I'm 50 years old or 60 years old or 30 years old and I have no idea what to do. Can you give us just some pointers, like how they begin in?
Yep, absolutely. So increase your friends, and don't increase your friends by going and friending every single person in LifeVantage. Those are not the eyeballs that you want on your post, okay? You want new, fresh eyeballs. So any kind of way that you're going to go onto Facebook, you can add yourself to groups, and something that's a hobby. It does not have to be a network marketing group. Add yourself to a group where you have that same like of a hobby. Introduce yourself in the group with a picture. Hey, I'm Lourdes, and here's a little bit about me, and build the relationship. Understand that's going to take a little bit of time. But that's a great place is to find new people, friends, new people, is in groups. Also, I use the voice text feature all the time. So if you're on Messenger, you want to make sure that you're sending messages in Messenger and using the voice text button so that they can hear your voice. We can't put enough exclamation points at the end of a sentence, but we can personalize our online efforts with a voice text. Also,
you know what, Amber, that's one of the best business tips I've ever heard, because I use my voice constantly. You guys, follow up is critical, and follow up with your voice. Like Amber said, there aren't enough emojis to show real passion. Sorry for interrupting, but I had to say that.
No problem at all. Then get consistent. So get consistent with your posting. And again, if I told you people are going to social media for education, entertainment, inspiration, to check out your family, all these different things, give them what they want. Give them the posts that they want to see, okay? And then sprinkle in curiosity posts about your business. Sprinkle them in, okay? So not consistent business posts, not consistent product posts. I happen to post a whole lot more about residual income, but I have posted a little bit curiosity about products that has brought people to me. And here's what I want you guys to know. Stay consistent, even if you're not thinking, well, nobody's liking this or nobody's commenting on this. That's for our popularity contest, okay, that we're not having. But inbox messages is where the dollars are at. Getting people into your inbox message to raise their curiosity enough that they want to know what you have your hands on, and they can't figure it out by scrolling your page because it's nowhere on there. It's like this force of giving them to you as a person, and they're coming to you to find out information. So consistently be posting at least once a day, at least, okay, maybe twice a day, sprinkling in your posts about whether it's product or business. Just don't say the company name, do not say the product name. We want to raise curiosity, not resistance. We want them coming to us. Live video has helped me a ton. I got super consistent with that starting, I'm going to say January 19th. I just made a decision, drew a line in the sand, and I'm like, I actually like video. And everyone's worried about what they look like. This is what I hear. I don't know, like how I look, or I don't look how I sound, or all this stuff. And it's like, it's not about you. It's like, drop that. It's not about you. It's about the people that you can serve. And it's about your message and your voice hitting people that need to hear what you have to say. If you've never done live video, I wouldn't say go run and do live video. Okay, this is just another aspect that if you're there, dive in with both feet, because the last person that just joined my team on a personal for me a couple of days ago, she literally watched my social media for a year. She watched every video. She did not like or comment on anything. Okay, people are always watching. They're like Santa Claus. They're always, always, always watching. She never liked anything. I would never know to talk to her. She landed in my inbox.
That's amazing. I love what you said, Amber. I'm just going to sum all this stuff up really quickly because these are really good business tips. The thing is, you haven't given so much where people are just like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do it. Just start. Draw a line in the sand, like Amber said, make a decision, and start posting about your life. Start make sure there's nothing on your page about your company, your product. Don't give the store away because they're going to make a decision based on what information they find online or whatever. So don't let people know what you do. Create curiosity. Do posts about your family, about your lifestyle. Drop little things about residual income. I think that's a great idea. Drop little, you can use things from Jim Rohn, from Eric Worre, from anybody talking about residual income, talking about money that is made, whether you're able to participate in the creation of the income later or not. And then I think that Facebook Live is an awesome opportunity. I think you've given us enough, Amber, to definitely get started. And I'm so proud of you. Amber's business is growing again. She's excited again. And thank you for your contribution this morning. Honestly, I could go on for another half hour, but I want to hear from her too. So absolutely, I totally understand. Thank you. Thank you. You betcha, sweet girl. I've gotten texts from everybody. I love Amber Swanson. Well, thank you for participating. Thank you for giving us the real story about how difficult it's been for you, and how you're kind of getting an edge today on social media. I'm really grateful. So we'll see you soon in Anaheim. It's coming right around the corner. I can't believe it. Yes, woo!